I'm Abrielle Millett with BYU-Idaho Radio, and today I'm here with Mia Fort, the race director for Kelly Canyon Wild 24. Can you tell us a little more about the race and what to kind of expect from it?
Yeah, we are super excited for this race. The Kelly Canyon Wild 24 is not just an average trail running race because it's a team race. It can be run as an individual, but also on a team of up to 10 people. And the race is also not about distance or time, but it's rather who completes the most laps. So our course is on a 4-mile loop.
Wow. So is it the same loop that they're going through the entire time?
Yes, it will be the same loop that they are going through the entire time. One of the things about the race is you'll notice that the word wild is in the title. And so during each of these laps, even though the loop itself will stay fixed, runners will be subject to some wild surprises. So it could be some water obstacles, mandatory jumping jacks, you name it, but they're going to have some surprises.
That is wild. I think when I first was looking on your guys' website about the race, I do think that's one of the words that came to mind, just for it being like a 24-hour race and being definitely an endurance race. It felt like more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. This race is going to be hard. I've been really surprised with how many people have signed up for this race as an individual, which I think is super impressive because I hike the course about every day. And like I said, it's about a 4-mile loop. And even as a hike, it's pretty grueling. The first mile and a half is 900 feet elevation gain, which is a lot. But I will say, after you get to the top, it's pretty easy on the downhill.
When you do the race, is something you would recommend to do it with a team, or do people typically, when they do it for the first time, are they more solo racers?
I mean, this is the race's first year.
Okay.
So we don't really know what to expect. Obviously, we have some good ideas, but we really have been surprised with how many individuals signed up for it. And like I said earlier, one of the unique aspects of this race is the team aspect. And the team aspect is just really cool because it brings a lot of camaraderie. It makes it super fun. It makes it so one runner is out running and everyone else is hanging out and partying. We'll have music and food, and it'll just be really an exciting environment all night.
That sounds like a lot of fun, especially through the night, because it's unique to, I mean, Idaho is beautiful during this time and the nature is super beautiful. So seeing the stars and just being out in nature, I think is such a unique experience, especially on a trail run.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually standing on the top of the hill right now, and I can tell you that it's just beautiful out here right now. Super, super green. You can see the Tetons in the distance. Yeah, we're really stoked about the nature aspects, and I think at night too, like you said, being able to see all those stars, it's going to be amazing.
What inspired the idea of doing this Wild 24 race?
Yeah, as we geared into summer mode around here, we definitely knew we wanted to do a race. Kelly Canyon used to have a race back a couple of years ago. It was a 50K. And when COVID hit, that kind of shut down the race. And it never got restarted up here. And obviously what we're doing is not the same as the original race that went on up here. But we knew we wanted to revamp the whole race thing on the hill. And our 24 hours, that was inspired a lot from Ragnar. We've had some staff up here who's done a few, and we've all loved them and really thought that we could take some inspiration from them because they do great races.
I'm not as familiar with Ragnar. Can you describe like what it is and what?
Yeah, so they're 200-mile team relay races. Generally happen over a course of 2 days. They have a few different styles of races, but yeah, a lot of our inspiration was taken from them and just their team aspects and the longevity of their races.
Yeah, what type of runner is usually drawn to a race like this?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely a trail running race. So for sure, your trail runners over your casual road joggers. Trail running is a little different in the sense that sometimes you're not always running. Sometimes you're walking up hills or crawling, trying at least to make it up. And you're usually getting all your speed on those downhills. Trail running. There's also a lot of perks to trail running, just in the sense of, like we were kind of talking about earlier, you get to be in the nature and be a part of that. And this race really is wild too, in the sense of we have, animals up here and bugs and all sorts of things. So it's going to be fun.
So this race is on May 15th and it goes until
Yes.
May 16th from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day.
Correct.
And it's the most laps completed in 24 hours to win. What kind of, do you guys have awards for the most laps that people do?
We do. So awards will be awarded in categories. We'll have a category for the men's individual runner and the women's individual. And then we'll have a team category as well. And then Al's Sporting Goods in Idaho Falls is sponsoring our prizes.
That's awesome.
And to us.
And so I think ideally when you would do this, you would be running the whole time or someone in your team running. But would someone who's maybe not as much as a runner still be able to participate? Could you walk it, or is it purely for people who are going to trail run?
Oh, for sure. You could totally walk it. But if you do the lap and you just walk the whole thing, I've done it a couple times, you can do it in if you really hustled, you could probably do it in about an hour, maybe a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got 24 hours. So if you're walking, there's plenty of time for everyone to still get some laps in.
That's awesome. If you're running with a team, can multiple people on that team run at the same time?
So multiple team members can run at the same time. However, only one person's lap will be counted towards your score. So ideally, you probably just want one person running, but if it's dark out and you'd rather run with a buddy, totally could.
Okay, that's cool. And when I read online on your website, you said there's going to be aid stations every mile?
Not every mile. We'll have one at the top and one at the base. So with that being said, it's a mile and a half to the top. And then you'll have those other, 3-ish on the way down. So not quite every mile, but enough that we should keep our athletes super hydrated.
How does a runner prepare for this type of trail race?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do is run the course. We operate on National Forest land, so anyone is welcome to come and run the course and experience it. It is marked at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be pretty easy to navigate. And yeah, it's just good to know what you're getting into.
Oh, that's a really, really smart idea. There's no better way than to run the actual course that you will be running.
Yeah, that's really the only true way to prepare.
Yes.
That and lots of electrolytes.
For sure. What are you mentioned some of the awards, but what are, the awards I know that people can get? I know when you do the race, you can get a shirt, right? What are the other, bonuses of being a racer?
Yeah, one of our big bonuses is actually through one of our other sponsors. So Hammer Nutrition out of Montana, they are sponsoring the race as well. And so they will be providing runners with all sorts of electrolyte packets and running gel and all sorts of their nutritional stuff for running. So we're super excited to see how that impacts all of the runners' experiences and helps them perform.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you think this will uh, boost and further the community of runners here in the local area?
Yeah, for sure. I've been in contact quite a bit with a bunch of the runners on the Idaho Falls trail running group on Facebook. And I've just been so excited to see how much excitement there is about the race and how much buzz. And so we really do think that it's just really bonding running with other people and doing something hard together.
Yeah, that's so true. There is something that's definitely super bonding about doing difficult things. This being the first year, do you think there's might be challenges or things that you guys might not know until the actual race happens, how it will go?
For sure. We've prepped and marked the trail as well as we can, but this year's resort, we have lots of trails. And so we've tried to mark out the course as well as we can, but we understand at nighttime it's going to be super hard to see. So I definitely worry about runners, making sure they're going in the right direction. But overall, yeah, we're prepping really as well as we can to avoid any mishaps.
And it's recommended on the site to have a headlamp.
Yeah, we're actually going to require headlamps for all runners after 8:30 p.m. till sunrise, just to help keep them safe.
Yeah, that's super nice. And will there be people like on the trail looking out for those on it, or is it just going to be at like those stations where you'll find people?
We'll have the biggest group of people at the stations. We have a couple off-roading vehicles here at the resort, and they will be doing laps every so often just to double check on everyone.
That makes sense. Is there what ages can do this? Is there a youngest age that can participate?
We actually
in the race?
don't have any restrictions on it. So I'm sure we're going to get quite the variety, but yeah, we're super excited. Hopefully nobody too little does it because it will be a challenge, but we're excited for whoever is up for it.
Now that's super exciting. Can you tell me about an estimate of how many runners so far that are signed up for the race?
Yeah, so far we're at about 70 runners. And we've still got about 2 weeks, or I guess 10 days now. So we're super excited to see what teams come together in these last couple of days.
What's the last day you can sign up? Like you must be signed up by this day and this time.
Yeah, just by the 14th. So really you can sign up until super last minute. The only downfall is you won't get a t-shirt.
If you sign up the 14th?
Yep.
Okay. And it's about a $35 fee to enter the race?
Correct. It's $35.
Do you know where that like money goes for the signing up? Is it going to go to a cause or is it just the fee of the race?
Yeah, most of the race fees are actually just covering the things that we need to do to make the race happen. So $35 is pretty cheap for a trail running race. And we did that on purpose because it's the first year of the race, and so we want to make sure it's accessible for anybody who wants to do it. But a big part of that's going towards t-shirts. It's going towards some snacks we'll have for the runners. It'll go towards staff who's helped running it, our pay. So it's really, most of the fee is just going to go right back into the race.
That's cool. What I guess what would you say for someone kind of on the fence about doing this race? What would you say to encourage them?
I would say to just give it a try. If they do 2 laps and they decide that they cannot physically do more, that's okay. They could call it a day, pack up and head home, but it never hurt to try.
That's so true. Is there anything else you would like to add about the race? And
Yeah, I just want to throw out there that honestly, it's just a great opportunity to gather as a community and just do something incredible. We're really grateful for all of our local sponsors who have pitched in. We have Al Sporting Goods, Hammer Nutrition, Lava Hot Springs, and oh my goodness, I'm forgetting somebody. But we're really just grateful for them and everything that they are contributing to the race as well.
and you hope this is like a tradition that you guys continue annually?
Yes, we're actually hoping to make it semi-annual. So if all goes well, you should be hearing about the Kelly Canyon Wild 24 Fall Edition.
Okay, that's awesome. That'll be exciting to hear this become a bigger tradition. I'm Abrielle Millett for BYU-Idaho Radio, and I've been here with Mia Fort about the Kelly Canyon Wild 24. Thank you so much for talking with me. I'm super excited for the race to be coming May 15th.
Yeah, thank you.